Hey, what's going on guys? Kieran from Fingers Crossed. And obviously today is the Mutant deck profile. Super excited for this one. I know it's been a little bit too long, like it was like nearly 2 weeks ago Phantom Rage came out now. But I just wanted to make sure that the deck was consistent, was good, and obviously play around with it a little bit rather than just getting the cards, uploading something jank, and then releasing it. I just wanted to make sure it's good. This deck profile is a little bit longer than what I would normally do, just because some of the cards I speak about a little bit more, why I chose them and like things like that, why I chose them, why I didn't and stuff. And then also there is a little side deck option at the end. It's just like a few ideas rather than play this, because obviously you have to play whatever your locals is or whatever the meta is in your wherever you are, or whatever you fancy really is down to personal preference. But just a friendly reminder just before we get started, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We are currently 3 subscribers away, only 3 away from 100. So if you want to be in that 100 gang, then hit the subscribe button down in the bottom corner. And without further ado, let's jump straight into this deck profile. I'm super excited guys, let's go. What's going on guys? So here it is, the Mutant deck profile. Sorry it's been so long. I just wanted to make sure that I've tested it, tried it out a little bit. I didn't want to just put something together and then upload it. I wanted to make sure that it was good, it was consistent, and potentially I don't think this is going to be like a tier 0, tier 1. I think it's more going to be like a decent rogue option, but it is an extremely fun deck to play, especially with one of the cards that I have inside, or a couple of the cards that I have inside that just help the deck tremendously. And it's nice to use, well, I won't spoil it, I'll show you guys what I mean. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. So we'll start with, hopefully you guys like the new camera angle that I have also. Let's start with, for the big monsters, we have 2 Beast, 2 Arsenal, and 2 Mist. So the reason I play 2 of each is I've seen a lot of people play like 2 Beast, 1 of each, or 1 Arsenal, 1 Mist, or 1 of all 3. And the reason I don't think that's good is because to get into your Ultimus and your Synthesis, you need to have, so Synthesis needs 2 different attributes, and all of the lower mutant monsters are all water. So you need to make sure that you need to fill your graveyard or your banish pile with different attributes, and so this will give you 1, 2, 3, 4 attributed monsters, not including the extra deck. So that's why I think it's necessary to play at least 2 of each. Potentially I was thinking about maybe adding another Beast, because Beast is the best one, but yeah, I think 2 is absolutely mandatory to play, so that you can get your fusions off. Then into the smaller monsters, I play 3 MO5. So the reason I play 3 MO5 is because this searches another mutant monster card. So you summon this and then you're going to search for your ST. So that's what this one does. You search this card, and then this card, you banish a card and tribute itself to summon a monster, one of the level 8s from your deck. So if you banish a monster, you'll search Beast. If you banish a spell, then you're going to search for, Mist, and if you banish a trap, you're going to search for Arsenal. So these cards super good. You need to, realistically, if you want to finish with a really good board, you need to try and get at least 2 of these on. So that's why I play 2 ST. So the reason I only play 2 ST and 3 MO5, where a lot of people are doing it the other way, is because Mutant MO5 can search you ST, and then with being able to summon again, and I'll show you how in a moment, ST can then search for your Mutant Cry. So it's like, I just prefer it this way. Like Mutant M5 can search for your ST, so I just prefer it this way. I think it's much better this way. And ST's effect is you can search for a spell or trap, mutant spell or trap, and and obviously M5 searches for a mutant monster. Then going into the other smaller monster, I just play the 2 GB. So the reason I play 2 GB is because some people play 1, but if you banish it, I would like to see this in my hand for my opponent's turn, because on your opponent's turn, you can quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card, then banish 1 card from your hand or face up field, special summon 1 of your level 8 mutant monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. So potentially, if they've beat over one of your level 8s or got rid of your level 8s, if you've got the field spell, you can quick summon this, then you can tribute it, banish something, and then get it back. So if they got rid of your beast, like Kaiju'd it or something like that, then you can get it back. So super good. That's why we want to play 2, because if you banish 1 or you lose 1, yeah, you want to be able to have another one in your hand. So that's it for the mutant monsters. Going into, so this is got to be the best hand trap in the game. Like, I know everyone says infinite impermanence and stuff, but infinite impermanence just stuns them for like a moment, just stops that one monster. Dimension Shifter stops most decks. Used to do this against any deck. They'll just, most of the time, people will just set and pass. Like, just banish everything that goes to the graveyard. So Dragon Link need to use their graveyard. Well, Dimension Shifter says you can't. Dinosaurs need to use their graveyard. Dimension Shifter says no, you can't. So it's really good if you can then beat your opponent. So it's really good. This is used a lot in like Gren Marju. I know Madolche use it in some places. So this, I think this is the best hand trap in the game. So yeah, 3 Dimension Shifter is an absolute must. So this is what I'm saying, is like, I like using older cards to break newer archetypes. So we've got 3 Necroface, and this is why it took so long, because to do the deck profile for you guys, I wanted to get the supers just so that it was nice. You can see that there. So I had to wait for those to come in the mail. Obviously this one's really old, so you can see it's got a couple of nicks. But Necroface, like, oh my god. So if you've got like this and M5 in your hand, so you're gonna drop M5, then you're gonna search for your ST, then you're gonna tribute and banish Necroface, or even if you just have ST, you're gonna tribute ST, banish Necroface, you're gonna search for your Mutant Cry, and then you're just gonna banish 5 from your graveyard, from your top of your deck, and your opponent's deck. So potentially you're getting rid of some of their combo pieces. Like if you're banishing some of their combo pieces, like like you're stunning them. So it's absolutely it's broken, this card. And then imagine banishing a Necroface off a Necroface. I did it the other day where I hit all 3. I banished 5, and then I banished Necroface in there, so I had to banish another 5. Then hit Necroface again and banish another 5, because it's not once per 10. So that's 15 cards from my deck, but Mutant Cry uses those as resources and shuffles them back, and you've just banished 15 cards from your opponent's deck. So this card is absolutely broken. This card is insane for the deck. It works so well. Then I do play 1 Giant Rex, because unfortunately you can only play 3 Necroface. So Giant Rex is a good one to have, because obviously if you banish it, you can just bring it back. And then on your opponent's turn, there are some times where you can banish again, so then you can banish, get it back. So just reoccurring like resource, really. It's like a free effect. So then I am going to the spells, and we play basically 3 Mutant Evolution Lab. So I was thinking about playing a 3 lab and 1 terraforming, because you really do want to see this. You want to get it, because obviously it gives you another summon and it helps you unbrick your card. There was a couple of times that I was testing, I had not a great hand. I set this, activate, I used the effect to put a mutant card at the bottom of my deck and then draw 1, and that basically helped me to go into a better combo. So yeah, Mutant Evolution Lab, so good. And obviously it gives you a special summon. So once you effect it, then you can special summon a card, which is well, another one of your lower mutants. So then I do play only 1 Mutant Fusion. It's not a great card, to be honest. Like, I play it because it is a fusion card, and like you need 1 at least. But yeah, your Mutant Cry is the better fusion card, so I'll show you that one in just a second. Then of course you do need some sort of digging power and trade in. So you don't want it, like if you get the 8s in your hand, it is kind of a brick. You don't really want to see them. So if you can put them in the graveyard and then draw 2 cards, it just helps a lot. So I do play 2 trade in. Then obviously we've got 2 Pot of Extravagance. So I only play the 2. I don't really like Pot of Extravagance, if I'm honest. You could probably take this out and maybe put some spell trap removal or something like that, or add another trade in. Yeah, because this card, I don't like it because you'll see in my extra deck, some stuff I only have 1 of, and if you banish it and then you need it, it's not great. So I don't particularly like Pot of Extravagance, but it's there just in case you need it, just in case you really do need it. Then obviously another special summon, Emergency Teleport, so you can special summon a level 3 or lower psychic type monster from your hand or deck. So obviously you're going to be doing it from the deck, and you'll be banishing at the end phase, but you'll be gone before then anyways. So, and this card actually is crazy. Like it was like £3 or something like that. As soon as Phantom Rage came out, it went up to like £8-9. It's absolutely crazy. So the best card in the deck, Mutant Cry. So Mutant Cry is basically your fusion trap. So during the main phase, so you can fusion summon 1 mutant fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling the materials listed on it from the deck. Listed on it into the deck, sorry about that, from among your cards on the field in your graveyard or face up banished cards. So that's what I'm saying, like if you can banish Necroface and Necroface banishes a few more of your monsters, it just gives you more fodder and more options for your Mutant Cry. So this card's absolutely broken. I think Konami did it injustice by giving it a common. This should be an ultra, or I think it should be a secret actually. Such a broken card, so good. Then I do play the 2 expansion. Like, it's okay. Like again, I think the best one is Mutant Cry, but when you activate this card, you can take 1 level 4 lower mutant monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. So basically, it just gets you a play for maybe the next turn if you need, and it's a little bit of protection for your level 8s. So it can, more often than not, it's going to protect your fusion monsters. Then I just play 1 Clash. So Clash is kind of just, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, banish 1 mutant monster from your graveyard, and if you do, negate its effects until the end of the turn. So it's kind of okay, and obviously you can draw a card if your fusion, when a level 8 or higher mutant monster destroys opponent's monster by battle, you can draw a card, which is kind of good, but only at 1 because yeah, there's just not room in the deck to play more, to be honest. So this is a 42 card deck. Then of course there can be only 1. It absolutely hinders so many decks, and going first, this is such a good card. Yeah, potentially you can hinder yourself because the fusion monsters are psychic and the low mutants are psychic, but all of the other mutants are different. So it can be a hindrance, but majority of the time you're going to stun your opponent more than you're going to stun yourself. This would be something I sided out if I was playing against a similar rogue deck that obviously was not playing stuff like this, but at the moment Infernoble and Dragon Link just hurts them, and Dinosaur obviously absolutely cripples Dinosaur. Then of course it is kind of like a stun deck, so Dogmatic Punishment, absolutely broken card, so good. So obviously everyone I think knows what this card does now. You can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and send 1 monster with an equal attack from send 1 monster with equal or higher attack from your extra deck to the graveyard, and if you do, destroy that monster. So obviously you can't special summon, but you're not going to be special summoning anyway. You try and use that at the end, but yeah, so 2 of those. And of course you do want to protect your monsters. So I do play 2 Solemn Strike because yeah, if you can, it is kind of like a stun deck, and playing solemn cards in a stun deck is just customary, isn't it? So I know that the main deck was quite long, but I just wanted to give you guys like a good explanation of it and try and give you a good reason why I play some of the cards. So moving on. So I play 2 Ultimus. Ultimus is a good card, but like getting the 3 level 8s or higher monsters is sometimes quite difficult. So that's why I only play 2. And obviously you need to play more than 1 because if you don't want to banish it from extravagance. So yeah, you need to play at least 2, and this card is insane. So what this does is if this card is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can add up to 3 of your banished mutant cards. So it absolutely just gets your resources back. So absolutely broken, so good. Just helps you just in the grind game. It is quite a grindy deck. So I played 3 Sinuses. So this card is obviously the easiest one to get into because it only takes 2 mutant monsters with different attributes. That's why I play 2 of all the level 8s and obviously the waters, because it's just the easiest one to get into. And the quick effect of this is for the rest of this turn it's unaffected by that. So if someone tries to target this with a monster effect, like so Pancratops for example, you can just activate this, and for the rest of this turn this can't be affected by monster effects. So there's a great card as well. And that's it for the mutants. And obviously we do play our rank 8, so you got to play Draglubion because we do play a few rank 8s in here, so you need to have good options for the OTK. So you got Draglubion to go into Numeron, and then obviously Hope if you go on first if you need to go into that. And obviously 1 Ding just for monster removal, because obviously you need to try and get rid of Dragoon because that is still a thing unfortunately. Then going on, I know I don't play it in the main, but you need to have your targets. So obviously 2 Starving Venom Fusion is quite a good one to get. The reason I play 2 is because I don't want to banish it. If I get rid of 1 with Pot of Extravagance, I want to make sure that I keep 1. My Dragon kind of covers most other bases, so you can get like Invoke Dogmatica in there and all stuff. And then obviously you got your Infernoble Knights with this also. So obviously I do play in my side Super Poly, and I'll show you my side deck in just a moment. And then obviously the last 2 spaces is Verte, Predaplant, Adaconda to obviously use your fusion if you want to, and then spell trap removal. You need to have some sort in your deck in my opinion. You can potentially take these out because there is a lot of Invoke Dogmatica. You can take them out for Nova and Mikaba if you really want to, just for like further negation. So you could take those 2 out for these 2 if you wanted to. It's up to you, personal preference. But yeah, just give you those options if you wanted. And it's not really important because obviously you need to play what is with your meta. I don't know what your guys' locals or anything like, or what country you guys play in, but just as an example, sometimes you can banish a lot of cards. So I've put 2 Gren for the side. So it's not a Gren Mardu deck, and I doubt you'll ever use it. You could take it out for something else, but these are just options that you could use. So obviously Gren Mardu, sometimes I think I had like 17 cards banished, and that puts him at like 7,000 I think. Yeah, like 6,800 I think that is. So he's a big boy. So it's just an option. You don't have to. It's like I said, it's just an option. Obviously there is a lot of meta. There is a lot of combo. So Nibiru is a must if you're gonna play. Again, like I said, 3 Super Poly just to help you break boards if you end up having to go second or anything, because obviously Mutant is a go first card. Spell trap removal, obviously Cosmic Cyclone. Then obviously we've got 3 Banquet of Millions. So yeah, again this card can stun you, but if you're going first and you're playing against Dragon Link and you really just want to stun them, you can go into you can leave what you need for yourself and then just banish the rest of your edge deck, and it will stun most decks, and hopefully then you can OTK them the next turn. So it's just an option. I think it is a really broken card, so good. I play it in my Gren Magi deck of course, and yeah, I think it's just crazy, this card. And then last 2 spots, just in case there is anything, Infinite Impermanence is a good one. You can swap it for Veiler if you don't have the money for Infinite Impermanence, but they obviously have gone down now because of the gold. So yeah, last 2 Infinite Impermanence. The side obviously again, is whatever you guys choose. You don't have to play those. It's up to you. Depends on your meta, depends on your locals. Don't think that what I've said is what you have to play. It just depends. You can play more hand traps. You could take out a few things from Myutant. Like you could realistically take out like the Clash, the expansion, and put in some more hand traps, because those ones are not great. Maybe not the expansion, but the Clash you could take out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Test it out, see what you guys think. Go on Dueling Book or Nexus or YGO Pro or whatever, and just test it out. It's absolutely insane, especially if you're open if you're open M5, Evolution Lab, and like Necroface. Broken, absolutely broken. Especially then if you banish another Necroface off of your Necroface. It's absolutely insane. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I try to be more informative as possible. Try to be more so that you guys could understand the cards, why I chose those cards. I hope you like the new camera angle, even though my mat is not straight. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for it dragging on and being so long. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. On Tuesday, I think I'm uploading another deck profile from my friends from locals, and then obviously for every Thursday, Sunday from now on, guys. Thank you very much, and please consider hitting the subscribe button and hitting the like button. Stay safe, guys. Peace.